In the heart of the Middle East, a plot was unfolding that would shake the very foundations of international diplomacy and security. This is the story of how a single moment of betrayal led to the demise of a notorious leader. Ismail Haniyeh, the face of Hamas, orchestrator of countless attacks against Israel. His hands were stained with the blood of civilians and soldiers alike. Under Haniyeh's leadership, Hamas launched relentless rocket barrages, suicide bombings, and cross-border attacks, leaving a trail of destruction and heartbreak across Israel. In a clandestine meeting, a plan was hatched, a plan that involved not just regional players, but powerful nations with deep-rooted interests. Iran, a key supporter of Hamas, had been supplying weapons and funds, but tensions were brewing, trust was eroding, and then the unthinkable happened. A bomb, carefully placed and meticulously timed, ended Haniyeh's life. But who was behind it? For years, Israeli intelligence had been tracking Haniyeh's movements, gathering information on his plans and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The decision was made at the highest levels of the Israeli government. In a daring operation, Israeli operatives infiltrated Haniyeh's stronghold, planting a bomb designed to eliminate the Hamas leader without causing mass casualties. Intelligence agencies from around the world scrambled to piece together the puzzle. Was it a rival faction within Hamas, a foreign government, or a betrayal from within? Whispers of a high-level defector, someone who knew too much and decided to act. The truth was buried deep within layers of deception. The death of Haniyeh sent shockwaves through the region. Allies turned to enemies, and the delicate balance of power was forever altered. The Israeli government justified the operation as a necessary measure to protect its citizens from further attacks. Palestinian officials condemned it as an act of aggression and vowed retaliation. The international community was divided. Some praised Israel for taking decisive action against terrorism, while others warned that such actions could escalate tensions and lead to further violence. Within Israel, the operation was seen as a significant victory, but it also raised questions about the long-term strategy for dealing with Hamas and the broader Palestinian conflict. In Gaza, Haniyeh's death ignited a wave of anger and despair. For many Palestinians, he was a symbol of resistance against Israeli occupation. In the world of espionage and covert operations, trust is a rare commodity, and betrayal can be deadly. This is the dark world of international politics, where nothing is as it seems. The story of Ismail Haniyeh's death is a complex tale of espionage, betrayal, and geopolitical maneuvering. As the leader of Hamas, Haniyeh was a central figure in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, directing numerous attacks against Israeli targets. His actions, which included launching rocket attacks, organizing suicide bombings, and orchestrating cross-border raids, made him a primary target for Israeli intelligence. Israel's decision to eliminate Haniyeh was driven by a need to protect its citizens and weaken Hamas's operational capabilities. However, this action also had significant repercussions. The covert operation, which involved meticulous planning and execution, demonstrated Israel's reach and resolve in combating threats to its security. Yet, it also highlighted the ongoing cycle of violence and retaliation that characterizes the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The international reaction to Haniyeh's death was mixed. Some nations supported Israel's right to defend itself, while others criticized the operation as a dangerous escalation. The incident underscored the fragile nature of peace and the challenges of achieving a lasting resolution to the conflict. In Gaza, Haniyeh's death was a major blow to Hamas, but it also served as a rallying point for further resistance. The mourning and anger among Palestinians reflected the deep-seated grievances and the enduring struggle for self-determination. This story is a stark reminder of the complexities of the Middle East conflict, where every action has far-reaching consequences, and the path to peace remains fraught with challenges. As we delve into these stories, we gain a deeper understanding of the human cost of conflict and the intricate web of politics that shapes our world. The assassination of Haniyeh is not an isolated incident. It is part of a long history of targeted killings carried out by Israel's secretive and highly effective intelligence agency, Mossad. From the early days of the state, Israel has used targeted assassinations as a key tool in its defense strategy. Ali Hassan Salameh, a mastermind of the Munich Olympics massacre, and Mahmoud al-Mabhouh, a senior Hamas commander, are among the high-profile targets eliminated by Mossad. Mossad's operations are known for their meticulous planning and execution. They employ a variety of tactics, from car bombs and poison to cyber operations and drones. Their agents undergo rigorous training to ensure precision and secrecy. The agency's operatives often operate under deep cover, using false identities and sophisticated surveillance equipment. They meticulously gather intelligence, sometimes for years, to identify the perfect moment to strike. One of Mossad's most infamous operations was the capture of Adolf Eichmann, a key architect of the Holocaust in Argentina. The mission, codenamed Operation Finale, involved extensive surveillance and a daring kidnapping that brought Eichmann to trial in Israel. The 1972 Munich Olympics massacre, where 11 Israeli athletes were killed by the Palestinian group Black September, marked a turning point. In response, Israel launched Operation Wrath of God, a series of covert assassinations targeting those responsible for the attack. One of the key figures targeted was Ali Hassan Salameh, known as the Red Prince. He was a senior member of Black September and the mastermind behind the Munich massacre. Mossad tracked Salameh for years before finally killing him in a car bomb explosion in Beirut in 1979. Israel's assassination policy has continued into the 21st century, with a focus on counter-terrorism and preventing the development of weapons of mass destruction. One of the most high-profile operations was the assassination of Mahmoud al-Mabhouh, a senior Hamas military commander, in Dubai in 2010. Israel's assassination policy is not without controversy. Critics argue that targeted killings violate international law and can lead to unintended civilian casualties. However, Israeli leaders maintain that these operations are essential for national security. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been a staunch defender of targeted assassinations, stating that they are a necessary tool to combat terrorism and protect Israeli citizens. So, how does Mossad operate? Let's break it down into key components. Intelligence gathering. Mossad relies heavily on intelligence gathering. This involves human sources, electronic surveillance, and collaboration with other intelligence agencies. They gather detailed information about targets, including their routines, habits, and locations. Planning. Once a target is identified, Mossad meticulously plans the operation. This includes selecting the right operatives, creating detailed mission plans, and preparing contingency strategies. Execution. The execution phase involves carrying out the operation with precision. Mossad operatives use a variety of methods, including sniper attacks, car bombs, and poisonings. They prioritize minimizing collateral damage and ensuring the success of the mission. Aftermath. After the mission, Mossad works to cover their tracks and analyze the operation's success. They also prepare for potential retaliatory actions and adjust their strategies accordingly. The ethics of targeted assassinations are hotly debated. Supporters argue that they are a necessary measure to prevent greater loss of life, while critics contend that they undermine the rule of law and can lead to cycles of violence. Israel's history of assassinations is complex and multifaceted. It's a story of clandestine operations, moral dilemmas, and a relentless pursuit of security. As we delve into these events, it's important to consider both the strategic imperatives and the ethical questions they raise. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the shadowy world of Israeli assassinations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest content. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.